Welcome to the Smoke Podcast. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Smoke Podcast.
Yes.
It look like this finicky ass weather has finally calmed the hell down.
Hell no, it probably gonna snow next week.
No, it ain't.
Today,
the last day.
Today's supposed to be the last day.
Last day of
The
coldness.
cold, the little cold snap.
Okay, yeah, we can start having the shows out on the patio.
Yeah.
Y'all might get me to come back then.
So you would think about not coming back?
Let me pull her contract out. You can't just up and quit.
You is retarded. I can't. I'm sorry, you can't say that no more.
No, you can't. Special.
I'm sorry.
Can you say special?
I don't know. They'll tell us.
You know, because you got to realize we Gen X, we used to be able to say anything.
We can't no more.
Oh my God, yeah.
Man, we were shooting some for the Civil Rights Museum, National Civil Rights Museum, and Michael Eric Dyson was here.
Oh.
And he
used all his vocabulary on y'all.
Every last one. But he was on a panel with a bunch of millennials, man, and
they was lost.
They couldn't do nothing. And
They
Mike
couldn't even pick up on the context clues.
Like
well,
deer
it's
in
not that.
headlights.
It's
They
not
just
that.
stuck. Like,
When you talking to smart Gen X, you ain't got no comeback. Mm-hmm. You can say all this shit, but at the end of the day,
because they just think differently.
All we're gonna say, y'all just lazy.
Yep, they just think different.
Yeah, they think different.
So, speaking of that, I had my grandson this weekend.
I was over there. I was over there.
So anyway, he was looking for a specific drink that didn't exist, and when I commenced to tell him that it didn't really exist, he was like, "What are you talking about?" So he gave me every reason why they just didn't have it. His last result was that, well, maybe they just discontinued it.
That mean they still don't have it.
So I Googled, I said, well, son, if they had discontinued it, I would hope that there would be at least one picture on the whole damn internet. So when we couldn't find it, he said, well, I know what I had. So I said, son, so if I call the company and get them to send me an email that says that they never made that flavor, would you believe it? And he looked at me, no.
Damn.
I said, take your ass outside and get them damn leaves and stuff up. So he went outside.
Hey, what you say? Go drink you some water out of the water hose.
He was mad, but he turned around and sent me a text.
How you gonna get mad with the
too
baby?
smart to be wrong.
Hold on. So I'm a root back to what Kimberly just said. So he sent me a text and he apologized. He says, Granddad, I'm sorry. Because I guess he probably Googled for himself and didn't see it. But my wife's response was, why are you arguing with a 12-year-old?
Because we got to make our damn point.
Because he ain't going to... Hey.
Making your point to a 12-year-old. Okay.
Hey,
what's the age difference?
We messed up like that. Mm-hmm. We are.
Mm-hmm. Y'all.
Yeah. I mean, you are too. You probably just don't know it.
I ain't explaining myself. Not doing it.
Shut up. I told you what it is.
It's a lot.
So what you been smoking, Ferg?
Man, you know what, man? I came up here the other day and I had to go buy me some more of those
Nubs. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
That's what I needed.
I need to try one.
You haven't tried it?
I wasn't here for that show.
Oh, they're good. That's a good smoke.
Dude. I only bought one, and I'm like, because I'm trying to go on my site and find a whole nother pack. And that was probably one of the best cigars I've ever had. I ain't gonna
Really?
Yes.
It's best?
It was a good cigar.
One of the best cigars I ever had. You know, and it just smoked so easy, and
It's a good smoke.
The notes were so, and we done had some expensive shit. Mm-hmm. You know, the Opus X. We had the.
I still think that's
the year of the.
Yeah, the year of the tiger. I mean, what was that? Who made that one?
I don't remember the year. I can't think of that.
What's the company's name?
It's a popular name.
Because I brought the whole sample pack. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that nub was so good.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get up. Yeah. Nub, y'all did y'all thing on that one. I ain't gonna lie, y'all did y'all thing.
Where'd you get it?
I ordered off a site, and I'm not gonna say the site's name because they wouldn't sponsor.
Yeah, they wouldn't sponsor,
But-
so we ain't giving them no damn plug.
Where'd you buy the one? Oh, you bought the one off the site?
I bought the one at the one of the.
You
cigar
reached
shops.
out and they said no.
Yeah.
Oh, we got.
We don't do
We got
that.
the smoke for y'all.
We ain't gonna give you the smoke. We just ain't gonna give you no plug.
Yeah.
Right.
We
no
just ain't gonna
plug.
mention your name. We ain't gonna mention
So
your name.
I've been smoking these little Cohiba
We saw.
Cubanas.
He came out passing motherfuckers out like they was that. You remember those
I
candy?
didn't, because you know what? I
those
didn't
candy,
realize it was 10 in a box. I didn't realize that.
What you
Now
thought it
listen,
was? What you thought it was a bunch of them?
6.
Okay.
Now I just said this is not a blunt.
Right.
This is not a
I'm
blunt.
this, John. I'm like,
It
I
sure
know
does
that type of stuff.
resemble.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
smoking?
we going in.
Wait a minute.
You said 420 already.
Wait a minute. Are you smoking 2 cigars?
Just know on 420 we turning up, and if you don't get no invite,
Well, you
blame
just,
Well, we
yourself.
know
you just
why.
don't get an
Yeah,
invite.
you just
We
don't
know
get
why.
an invite. Yes, Kimberly, you probably won't.
I don't care. You all know what I see.
That's that Gen
I
X
be so
talking. That's it.
confused.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. She like,
So look like you know I was so don't nobody care.
Nobody care. Kimberly, what you been
got to,
smoking?
hold on. You got to be a real OG to come to this 420 party here.
I don't care.
I know.
She'll be there.
She gonna be like knocking on the door.
That's my friend house.
I'm gonna peep out. Look at her. I'm gonna peep out the little peephole and say, "Hey,
Yeah, did
Yeah, you gonna ask her what's the password, right?
there
I'm
you go."
gonna say big head. I've been smoking Oscar Leafs.
Oh, really?
The little Oscar Leaf one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying them.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I've
a
been
good
stuck on
smoke,
them
too.
for the last
Yeah.
week or so.
Yeah, Rodan, he loved those Oscar Leafs. Every time he come in, he got one with it. You know, you notice he done got real sophisticated. He got the little holder,
Oh, no,
yeah.
I didn't
and
pay
he smoke it down to the rim,
beyond the nub.
beyond the nub. It goes in.
Yeah, that's what I've been enjoying.
What about you, Rick? What you been smoking on?
better yet, what you been drinking on?
That's more like it.
Yeah.
No, I do Oliva B series. I mean, that's my.
That's your
That's your
go-to.
joint.
That's been his go-to. Every time I ask him or every time I see him, he's
Dang, you gotta switch it up, Rick. As
I
much
know,
as you on
I
this
know,
show.
I know.
And then he got a nice little humidor that you
Yeah.
can buy at R&R Liquor.
Yeah, yeah.
3481 Austin P.
He's
Yes,
so
it is.
he's so
And let me
happy.
spin off of that, ladies and gentlemen. This is my 1 year anniversary.
Hey,
1 year
congratulations, Rick.
anniversary. 1 year.
That's
business.
what's up right
Congratulations.
there.
And-
I love going in
From
there.
March to 27.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all never been in R&R, it's
You missing out.
spacious. You don't have to worry about bumping nothing.
Right.
And if you need help, Rick is there. I mean,
And they gonna sing that song.
But now
for
we
you.
are gonna ask you to check your bags at the front door. You know, I mean, we ain't gonna play with you like
watch
that.
yourself, cause they strapped up in there. They strapped up in there. But be careful, smoke fan. Don't go in there asking,
Don't-
calling the folk.
You ain't got to be careful. Just come in there with some damn sense, and,
Yeah.
and you'll be treated with
alright.
some
You'll be
sense.
alright.
Terrible.
Because there's a trap door back there in the back that hey, you never know what's
Hey.
gonna come
Why
out.
is
Hey,
you telling
hey.
all that man secrets though?
Well, you know you gotta know.
I just want everybody to know.
Yeah, man, everybody know. Don't be clowning
Don't
when
come
you go
in
up in
there.
there.
There's too much security over there for that.
Hey, babe, hey, top flight. Of the world.
Is that considered? I'm just asking. Is that considered Frazier?
No,
No,
it's Raleigh.
Raleigh.
That's Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it's Raleigh, right around the corner.
And it's right across the street from the police station. So
that don't mean shit.
I know it don't
Nah,
mean nothing.
you a lot now.
Because my window,
all I
my
see them
window
is up
got
and down the street.
My window of my car got broken out right
by
up
the
the street by the damn police precinct.
Oh, yeah, it don't matter.
They probably
I
was
was
watching.
downtown. I was in the
Yeah.
police
They
precinct.
were probably
drove a
watching.
car,
Like,
man.
damn, man, look, they finna break in his car. He said, "Too bad, I'm on my break."
You gotta abide by the rules.
Wow.
Oh man, you know what, man? I was at a friend of mine's establishment, and I met this young brother who's running for office, and he's like, "Man, I want to come out and smoke a cigar with y'all and chop it up and tell you my platform." I say, "All right, Corey, let's see what you got."
So listen,
talking
listen,
about?
all you political types, you ain't gonna get elected if you don't come through. I'm just saying, hey, did not Paul Young come
Paul
through?
Young
Paul
came
Young
through.
came through first.
and bam, he got elected.
got
So I'm
elected.
just
But I mean, we had every
I'm
last
just
one of them
saying.
on here to be fair.
Some of them didn't show up at all on the boats.
If you
They
ain't
ain't
been
shit to do
here,
with us.
But I think that your chances of getting elected are better if you come
Because
through.
here's my thing. Come through, have good liquor with us, have a smoke with us, talk.
if you smoke,
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. it shows to the people that's out there voting. He's just a regular guy.
Yeah.
Which you should think that
That's it.
anyway.
You should think that anyway, but you know we hold politicians and preachers and another.
So wait a minute.
do?
One of the
I don't.
mayoral candidates that came through didn't smoke, and I'm gonna say that person didn't win. I wonder if it was because they didn't smoke.
Damn.
Let's say yes.
Okay, there you go.
Let's say yes. Let's say yes.
Let's say that's the reason.
Hey, like the Melissa, say less.
Yes.
Say that. That's the reason. That we listen. Statistically, we proving it right now.
Yes. Rick, what did you bring us today?
Today I went simple. I went Eagle Rare.
No thanks.
I like it.
I bought something special for the ladies.
He bought something extra for Kimberly.
What you do? What you do with the bottle?
It's in the refrigerator, chilling.
Just chilling it.
It's a good rosé though.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's new
I'll
to
let
the
y'all
market.
know.
It's new to my store. But again, I bought Eagle Rare. I bought some of my allocated
I
stuff.
like Eagle Rare. I ain't gonna lie.
So,
I got some
so,
right here,
so
too.
I got some, and this time I did take the time to. I think the first time I just drank it and didn't really.
So now you into it basically.
I didn't say that.
Hey,
I'm taking it off of the. I'm taking it off of the
I will
list.
say this.
I'm
I
like,
will say
really?
this. We had some really bad bourbon. This is not that.
Yes, it's kind of.
No, I
It's
like it.
kind of close.
What's the notes? What's the notes, Rick?
It's kind of close.
I like the
A lot
Eagle
of
Rare.
spice.
Huh?
A lot of spice. Honey? Spice.
I get the honey.
spice on
Can I go ahead and tell you what our friends from Google says about it?
Okay, that's
And then you can
No.
y'all can see if y'all see it. It says Eagle Rare 10-year is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey that is aged for
definitely
at
straight.
least 10 years.
They
It has
need 15 on
a
them.
complex aroma with notes of toffee, orange peel, herbs, honey, leather, and oak, and a smooth, lingering taste with notes of candied almonds and rich cocoa. I don't taste
believe none of that.
I do.
You
Oh, which
just
one?
taste
Which
it.
one?
Which one you taste?
I taste the honey. Now you know
I
what?
didn't say honey.
I'm
See?
gonna say this.
Made it
I'm gonna
up.
say this. I'm gonna say everybody say they taste like leather. I mean, how the hell leather taste?
Like that? If you want to taste what leather, what was the other one? The harsh spice, whatever that was. That's it right there.
Eagle Rare. I'm sorry. I like you.
Yeah,
like
I'm a fan.
I'm a
Now,
fan.
Eagle Rare.
I'm trying
gonna
to figure
say
out
this.
when you ain't a fan.
I like your cousin.
Well, if
I
I
like your
bring him-
What's the
cousin,
cousin?
Pappy.
Oh,
Oh, your uncle. I like your
no,
uncle.
No, that's your great uncle.
That's your great uncle.
great
Yeah.
Hey,
granddaddy.
that's that uncle that died. And you like he
It's
rich.
your
And
granddaddy.
he's rich, and then somebody call you, hey, your uncle died. And I'm like,
Which
who?
one?
He left you a bunch of shit.
Oh, not Pappy.
but look, Ike. That is the big brother. Until you get to the 15 or the 23, the regular Van Winkle, it ain't that good. It's high proof.
So,
but it's
I'm gonna
not
tell you
that
Which
what-
one you have, Ike?
15.
Yeah, you get to
15
the
was
stuff.
good.
15 and 23, the 10 and the 12.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So you,
So right then, all you doing is just say, yeah, man, I got some of that.
I got some of that
Pappy on
Pappy's.
there.
Well, yeah.
And nobody, and the average person don't know if you got
They
the
do if they
10-year-old
listen
ain't
to
nothing.
this
yeah,
show.
because they don't specify. They say I got Pappy. I
got Pappy.
Which one?
'Cause
Because
it
if they
make a
put
difference.
out, Van
Yeah.
Winkle.
And then here's
for
the
10-year-old,
bad
you're
part.
like, I'll pass.
If you buy a bottle of 10-year and set it on your shelf for another 5, it's still just 10-year.
Oh, you don't get to call it 15?
It's because it is essentially
Once it's out
done
of the barrel,
aging.
it's done.
It's done
right?
aging.
There's no bottle aging.
Oh, so I can go buy a
there's
barrel.
So
just trying to
Rick,
figure it
this is a true story. So a partner of mine,
just trying to
Baron,
understand.
gave me a bottle of whiskey when I was 25.
You still
and
got
me
it?
and him said I was gonna open it when I turned 50. And we did, and guess what?
It was
tastes
nasty.
like some regular old whiskey. It wasn't nothing special about it.
You supposed to put it in a
nothing.
barrel.
Yeah, put it back in the
You got to
barrel.
put it back in a barrel. You ain't doing it right.
Oh well.
All right, man. We gonna take a thank you, Rick. You hooked us up. I like the Eagle Rare, despite
It's
what my
okay.
colleagues.
No, it's actually
despite
okay.
what my colleague, and I love the bottle. The
No
bottle's
thanks.
cool.
No thanks.
Well, you say no thanks to most stuff. So
That's not
Kimberly.
true. No, it's not. That's a lie.
But how do you like the I can't think of the name
The
of
rose.
bottle.
I don't know the
Rosé.
name of it. I actually like it a lot.
Okay, good.
But I like rose, so.
You're a rose fan. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the whiskey again, it's and I'm doing it neat.
But
And-
you know
and-
what?
and
I will
it's
say
pretty
this.
good.
This neat nasty.
I had a bottle. You remember, Rick, when we got the bottle of the full body Wellers.
Mm-hmm.
That first taste,
Cinch.
Man, it was like you can feel that shit just going down.
Just like this, what this did.
Yeah, but after that first taste, you're like, oh wow.
No thanks.
And that's where I'm at now.
And that's
when
where you are.
when I put this
But
in my
you
mouth,
drank
it
all
tastes
of
pretty
it.
good. It honestly, it tastes pretty good. But then as it goes to the back of my throat's like, what the hell is
Your
this?
soul is on fire.
Hey, my throat said, "Let your soul glow."
Y'all just lying now.
All right, Smoke Fam, we'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the
Like the
Smoke.
show is so
Boy.
unprofessional.
Oh boy,
Kimberly,
she on tonight. She on one.
you know what? And she'll lob it and then act like, what?
I ain't say nothing. I ain't what you doing.
I'm waiting on
I'm
y'all
just
to
over here
start.
looking like Anita Baker.
I'm waiting on y'all to start
Call
the
up
show. I'm just waiting on y'all to start the show and introduce our guests. Because they don't have time to play all day with
Corey
y'all.
Strong, what's going on,
What's
man?
good, man? How y'all doing? How y'all
Appreciate
doing?
you coming, man. Appreciate you. Man,
You know, she remind me in school when you get a compliment from somebody, but you know,
Secret
hey,
hate.
you checking, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you can't take it straight. You know, like,
She'll
you
walk,
checking, ain't
she'll
it?
walk in and
Yeah.
say, that's a nice hat.
Oh, you
You
fresh
like
like
that?
that? Oh yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck you get that from? Why you trying to put that shit on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Circle back around to the conversation.
Yes. Corey, what's going on, man?
What's good, man?
Yeah.
Appreciate the invite, man. Good to break bread with
Man,
y'all.
I'm glad you came, man.
And he smoked.
And
You
he
might
smoked.
just win.
Now, I'm going to tell you, if you really wanted to impress us,
You should buy
if you had brought some cigars for the crew, then you would have went up 2 notches like Randy did, drinking that whiskey. Because see, Randy typically does not drink
not
whiskey.
Wait a minute.
No,
He does not.
that's
Really.
not true. That's
He-
not true.
Well,
he will taste.
up until last year, he
Yeah, he
typically
didn't really drink.
did not.
He didn't drink at all.
Yeah, he didn't
Right.
drink at all, and he typically wouldn't taste what we drinking. Especially if Fabian gave it to him, he definitely wouldn't drink it.
Hey, y'all need to change this damn narrative.
What?
I'm
No.
tired of y'all saying this shit.
But it's true. Is it a narrative? If it's the
Wait a
truth?
minute, didn't Hollywood say it too?
Yeah.
Hollywood said that
Yeah,
his worst
'cause you-
experience with tequila was with Fabian.
No, y'all got.
Oh wait!
No.
Oh, Hollywood, we
There's
need you to come
always
back,
some shit
man.
behind it. There's always some shit behind it.
But you
Okay.
always try to over-explain it. That's why we know it don't matter.
Anyway,
That's why
Corey,
we know
what's
it's
going
your
on,
fault.
man?
What's good, man? What's good?
What's good, man? What? So you told me when we were hanging out, you're running for
Congress. U.S.
Wow.
Congress
U.S.
here.
Congress.
Which seat?
Tennessee's 9th district, running against
Steve Cohen.
that guy.
You got to go.
Going. Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, man, because I've been hearing that campaign ad that sound like it's from 1963
Man, it
or
is.
something like
Shit,
that.
we've been hearing
Since
that shit
1963.
That part.
He said, why should I change this formula?
This shit
That part.
works.
So we doing a little redux on the campaign to tell you a little bit about
you
what
gonna
my
remix it?
campaign. We were remixing it. So
You you finna remix his campaign?
a little remix. All right.
okay.
So he says.
He doing a ditty.
So he
Check that,
said,
check that.
"Hey, we invented the remix." You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So
that's true.
Where he says, "Keep going with Cohen." This whole campaign is about this district is not growing with Cohen, and so we're gonna talk about that for the next
Not
5
going
months.
with Cole.
Not going with
We get
Corey.
ready to 808.
Wait a minute,
Put the beat to
Corey,
it.
what's your last name again?
Strong.
Corey Strong.
You can't go
Okay.
wrong with Corey Strong.
Can't go
Okay,
wrong.
can't-
Can't go
You
wrong
know
with
we
Corey
need
Strong.
all of that together so we can remember what was Corey's slogan.
Hey, you can't go wrong with Corey Strong.
But you know what? But that's what it's all about. I mean, because now we're in a thing where your catchphrase thing. I mean,
You don't know
that's
what's gonna go
above-
viral.
That's above what you can actually do.
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about.
Sure.
When I saw you, I was like, well, keep in mind
That district.
who you're dealing. No, not
Yeah.
the district. Who you're dealing with. You're dealing with people that vote on familiarity.
Facts. In that district. In that in that
No,
area.
that district is all of Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah, it's all
Okay.
of Memphis.
All the
Okay.
black neighborhoods in
Yeah,
Memphis. It goes up to
yeah.
Tipton County, but
Yeah.
basically
But
they cut out
mostly
every black
Memphis.
neighborhood, go all the way to Cordova, cut a little East Memphis, go back down Hickory Hill, but mostly
And what
city
do you
Memphis.
think
For the past, how long he's been in? 15 years.
This is his 9th term.
Woo,
Yeah.
child,
For
that
the
need to be a
past
term
15
limit.
years, I done heard one person say the same damn thing about Steve Cohen.
Keep going.
No, he gonna get marijuana legal. They've been saying that shit since he been in office.
One person.
Can I say
Okay.
something? it is back on the Tennessee for medical.
And it will be
Let me
off.
tell you something. If Isaac don't keep up with but one thing,
He gonna keep up with
Keep
that
up
shit.
with that.
he gonna know what's going on in Arkansas, Mississippi,
Hey,
Tennessee.
did y'all hear Biden in his State of the Union? He did reference the fact that he's trying to
schedule. The
He's
schedule.
trying to take
change
it off
schedule.
of
Yep.
off of the scheduled, which they should. I mean, come on.
I mean, it's getting to the point. It's just getting. I mean, everybody smoking. They probably getting high right now up in the
They getting high.
I mean, DC is legal.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I'm
they
like-
smoking.
Been to
it.
DC recently.
DC
I
is
feel like you
legal.
should do whatever you
Recreational.
Wide open.
Wide open.
You probably saw some of your colleagues up there just smoking.
part.
What you got, dog? I got some of this new shit.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, you know, back in the day, man, I got this stuff right here. One hit a quitter. You know, yeah.
That's how they all
Yeah,
say
that's-
it.
Yeah.
You ain't never had nothing like this.
Yeah,
before?
never had nothing like this, bro. This shit right here.
This right here.
It's that good.
Boy, they just know they can sell it too.
So Corey, let's let you talk. You tell us first off, why did you decide to at this point to run? What motivated you to get out there?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Born and raised here. I know I'm not going to claim I went to an inner city school, but I went to a city school, went to White Station.
I used to go to White Station.
My daughter go there.
That part. So
That's a school.
Yeah, she said, "Hey, what do we go back to the check? It's a school. They teach there. They get tests.
They got
They get
teachers.
tests.
Students.
Shout out to my Spartans. Shout out my Spartans out there. Did military, seen the world, came back home.
You said the military?
Military. So I
What
did
branch?
Naval Academy, did 8 years on active duty Navy. Still
Hey,
in.
that's why you got the hat.
Still in.
you still in it?
I'm reservist. So
Okay,
20 years, we keep it going. But I came back home and I was like, hey man, this thing is not growing. You live in other places. You see, I was in Texas for a while, so I'll go visit my people in Houston, Dallas,
You see
San
how
Diego.
it's growing.
You see other places growing. You don't see it at home. So I've been in politics for a minute here. 2018, everybody remembers the blue wave and everybody got elected. I was the party chair when that happened. So I helped recruit many of those countywide candidates that's on their second term. I helped recruit them to get them to run for office, et cetera, et cetera. So had somebody look at the 30,000 foot views, like what's going to get people to vote for across both lines, racial lines, to get people to vote, right?
Why are you deciding to run now though? You said
I ran in 2020.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, ran in 2020, and pandemic put a stop to a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
And so right when we were getting right around this time in 2020, everybody's at home. So when we were going to go knock on doors, so I wanted to redo it again, but I wanted to make sure that I was ready. So I did some work, did some research, and this is what me and Fabian were talking about was everybody would tell you, oh yeah, Steve Cohen done a good job. They answer the phone when you call the office, et cetera, et cetera.
Who said that?
Well, some of these old people say the same thing over and over again, right? And so what we did is we went and pulled the research, and nobody's really looked at his record. Sometimes people say stuff enough that you'll believe it and you'll hear it without looking at it for yourself.
Yep.
And we love to do this in Memphis where we'll listen to stuff and not look at it for ourselves.
Facts. We don't like doing no research.
So I'm gonna tell you guys, you want to do a little research or play around with a little graph, go to usaspending.gov, usaspending.gov. It is a website where it shows you every federal dollar, what district it went to, what company it went to, what the contract, what the grant, whatever it was.
I feel like you finna spill some tea and tell us something really good.
A bunch of stuff. It's about to come out.
Get your pens ready, y'all.
But here's the point though. Like when you talk about crime, when you talk about poverty, you talk about blight, the things that are going on in our community. What's the easiest way to get somebody out of poverty is to make them not poor, put them into the middle class, right?
Right.
We have been underperforming as far as the money we've gotten from the federal government. So if you go back to 2008, $5.2 billion came to this congressional district. It's all the federal money that came to us was $5.2 billion.
Say that number again.
$5.2 billion.
Billion, not million.
Not million, billion.
Not million,
So
billion.
when you read his little newsletter and say I gave $2
Not
million.
his little newsletter. Talking about
the-
shade.
That part. I'm direct with mine. We're gonna say that, yeah. So
If you read his little
We'll talk
newsletter.
about his little newsletter.
I'm sorry. Come on. I'm sorry. Don't make.
so $5.2 billion, right? If you fast forward to 2023, how much did this district bring in? $5.0 billion. So we went down $200 million, and he's the longest tenured congressman in this district, right? You adjust that for inflation. What I mean is if you made the same amount of money in 2008, today it wouldn't be as much money, would it?
Right, it's not worth the
So
same.
we have gone down, right? Well, let me give you some stats over that same period of time. State of Tennessee, same period of time, 2008 to 2023, his first year to last year. State of Tennessee, $33 billion. to $103 billion. They tripled. We stayed the same. Look at Olive Branch. All your friends moving to South Haven.
They
All
are.
the people going out at all them little complexes and taking their kids to
No
Hernando
thanks.
Central. Right, that part.
No thanks.
2008, $2.7 billion. What did they get last year?
4 point.
$4.8 billion. You nailed it. Arkansas 01. Ain't number farmland over there at Pine Bluff up to Jonesboro.
They sell weed though.
That
They sell the medical
they
weed.
focus in agriculture. We're gonna
That's it.
use the federal term. The
Agriculture.
federal term is agriculture. That's what we call it.
There you-
Not the soil of it all.
Agriculture. and we can just say flour from now on.
That part. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
So 2008, $2.3 billion. They jumped to $5.3 billion. So Arkansas
got more money.
brought more money than we did last year. But here's the clincher for you. Everybody been in Nashville for a weekend, done what they done, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 2008. 9th district was the number 1 district in the state. Shelby County was the number 1 county in the state as far as federal money we brought in back 2008. I'm going to tell you that's because of Hereford Jr. Davidson County at the time was the 2nd county in the state. You know how much Davidson County brought in, and they used to be Congressional District 5 before they split it up, right?
6.
How much did they bring in 2008?
6 million?
2,000.
Nope.
6 billion, I mean.
$2.5 billion.
I was just
So
saying,
we brought in
under us. They had to be
5.2.
under us.
Under.
We
In
brought in
2008.
5.2. They brought in 2.5. Guess what they brought in last year?
15.
$36 billion in federal investment. So when you look at everybody around us
So what
growing,
did we bring in? We still brought in what?
Five. He said we
$5
brought
billion.
in $5 billion.
So we've been at $5 billion the whole time.
pretty much.
we
So
went down, he said.
There's a few little spikes because of COVID,
Yeah.
extra money because of COVID.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, if you look at it is a fairly flat line.
We haven't
his entire
progressed.
time in
So
office
we just
at
haven't
all.
progressed. We haven't progressed.
So when you think about what $5 billion is, $5 billion is more than the city, county, and school budgets put together.
Wow.
Wow.
If you solve for inflation and he just stayed where he was, if you just got a pay rate, you get the little
Ooh,
cost
I
of
don't
living.
feel like doing all these
So
calculations. Hold
basically,
on.
we need to go strong with Corey Strong.
I'm trying to bring economic investment to this district. 3-part platform.
That's the
really
only way
simple.
you're going to grow.
Industry, infrastructure, education. We need to give these kids that are robbing. People say these kids ain't got jobs. They breaking in cars. They do got a job. Breaking in your car. We have to give them a better job. Industry gives them something to do. Not a job, a career. Not a business, an industry. Something with growth, something with longevity, something that brings people to Memphis. Infrastructure, we got to give them the tools to do the job, a place to do it, et cetera, et cetera. And education, we got to teach them how to do it. If we do those 3 things, simply put people to work, I think people can figure out what to do in their communities. But at the end of the day, we want a bunch of nonprofits.
Because they don't have an investment in the community.
Exactly. And
you
so
know-
someone needs to put serious
when,
investment in the community.
When me and Fabian, we did the civil rights thing, and Mayor Young was there, and he talked about that's kind of the same thing. He was like, we got to find these kids something to do. I mean, because I was thinking back, back in the day, we used to have Liberty Land. I mean, we had plenty
Everybody
of
had a
stuff.
job.
Community
Hey, that was your summer job. Liberty Land was a summer job.
You had to have a job.
Now
I dated a little girl. She had a little Saturn. She was working at Liberty Land. I'd go up there. All that,
little
you know what I'm
girl.
saying? Yeah.
Not the little girl.
I was a little dude back in the day. Yeah.
Girl. The little girl.
But that's the problem. And then the restaurants where people used to could go there, now they're closing their storefronts down, and it's only drive-through. Like there's several places that you can no longer walk in and order. You just go through the drive-through. So it means they don't need.
You don't even know when they open.
They don't need as many people though.
But no, I'm agreeing. So here's where I would set the bar. When we say jobs, because every time somebody opens up a sort facility, we get excited, right? So let me tell you where you need to set the bar for the types of jobs we'll be bringing to the Memphis. And people don't really think through this in this way. If you go look at a billboard right now, when they bring in police, what kind of education do you have to be a police officer? Just a high school diploma.
Just a
That's
high
all you
school,
need, right?
yeah.
And look, I support our police. The street's dangerous. It's a dangerous job. No beef here at all. But when they get done with their probationary period, how much do police make after their probationary period? High school diploma, how much can you make?
40.
I feel like I saw 60 or
It's
something
60.
like that. 53.
60.
60
You started, I think it's 53, 54, but after your probationary period, you're at 60. So my conversation is, if you don't want criminals, you need to bring in industries making at least as much as your police.
Facts.
Because as long as you got a bunch of people making less than your police going to be busy. You can have all the crime centers and all of the stuff you want to do, but we have to bring in jobs that make people say, you know what? I put it like this. When I was in Detroit, I would go see my cousins for their family reunion back in the day. This is before they shut down all the plants. So in the 90s, I was talking to my cousins. Hey, man, what y'all doing after college? What y'all doing after high school? What y'all getting into? Man, I don't really know, but you don't really matter, man. All you got to do is GM and Ford. They got a job for you. When the kids know what a job is, that's when you know it's opportunity.
So Corey, here's the deal. Because, again, me and Fabian, we're kind of somewhat connected. So how do you see the Ford Blue Oval fitting into this? Because the jobs are there. No, the jobs are there. The problem is you can't get there.
Right, it's too far out, right?
You need some kind of way to have a train that takes the people from there. We've talked to Beverly Robinson when she was the executive director of the Memphis Chamber. She went out of her way to make sure that the training for the kids were there. But again, once you finish the training, then you still trying to figure out how you going to get to Ford Blue Oval because it ain't right around the corner. Ain't no buses running.
Let me ask you a question. This is a serious question.
Okay. I
think Blue Oval is, when I say industry, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. When it shows up, you feel it, right?
Right.
Let me ask you a question. When they first were promoting that mega site for over 7 years, what was the name of it?
It wasn't Blue Oval.
No, but the name of the site that they attracted Blue Oval to, it was the Memphis Regional Mega Site.
Yep.
Oh.
And then they took the name off of it and made it the West. That was not designed for us. It was designed to take parts of our workforce.
I get it.
But it was not designed to enrich Memphis and our communities. To your point about investing.
But it's a lot of that. I mean, Mississippi, every venue down there, when they're promoting something, they say Memphis.
Yes.
And it ain't got shit to do with us.
I'm aware.
Nothing.
I'm aware.
And especially when the orange guy comes, they say Memphis, and he's in Mississippi.
What I'm saying is, you have areas, to your point, and I want y'all to understand this. You got Blue Oval, District 8, David Kustoff, not even in Shelby County. You had that one that was attracted. Those are mega sites. Put 100 acres or something together, attract somebody to come in, et cetera, right? There are 7 other mega sites in this area. The Chamber put this out recently. They talk about this. There's 7 other mega sites used to try to attract something like Blue Oval.
Right.
Do you think any of those are in the 9th District? They are not.
They can't be.
There are 3 in Arkansas, and there are 4 in Mississippi. The point is, they are very comfortable with this place becoming Detroit, where you have a ring of
circle around.
prosperity,
Okay.
and we're gonna take your workers. And so my point is,
that's the whole deal.
That's this whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
So when we initially bought this building, the whole deal was that St. Jude was gonna help develop this area. They got Firestone back there, the golf course. They were gonna have a golf course so folks could do the golf. None of that ever materialized. I mean, none of it. And did they? Yeah, they gave some folks some grants to fix their houses up so it wouldn't look dilapidated. But you still got the same people there. So you didn't really
affect.
Yeah, exactly. You shined it up, but you really didn't fix anything.
And what I'm saying is, you mentioned the mayor. Paul Young came on the podcast. I think you have a mayor that knows how to run the city and has a vision for the place. But what I am saying is, he does not have enough money, and there is not enough material and investment here to do it by itself. The place where the big dollars comes from is the federal government.
Right.
So you have to have a congressman that is on board with bringing that level of investment here. He has not done that for 17 years now. So you have to send somebody up there that's ready for that, right? Ready to give your mayor something to work with.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Other than showing up doing a little press, because I saw his little. Can I be shady? I saw his little press conference.
Everything
I saw the little press conference. You gave us some money to help fight them little $2 million. That ain't worth.
Who did that?
Cohen. He did. He had a press conference yesterday.
$2 million for some police equipment.
Yeah, some equipment. That didn't do.
If
jack.
I'm going to do something to fight crime, is to give a job to where these kids don't go on the street in the first place.
There you go.
Somebody's got to look. Your mayor and your police chief are doing what they need to do on a day-to-day basis.
But you gotta have money.
I want to keep people from becoming criminals. That's the point. Y'all waiting too late.
That's it. That's it.
I mean,
that's gonna be a tough job.
Corey, you got a strong. You got a strong
need all
argument.
that strength.
You got a strong argument. The only thing, like
you
the conversation,
all your muscles.
Well, the conversation we had, and it's unfortunate that we're dealing with a group of voters that go for the punchline. Go for
or memory.
No, well, it's not that they go for the slogan. They go for all.
Well,
the
actually,
shit.
they just going for the person name that they recognize. They're not really listening
They're not
to.
listening to anything. And if you ask the majority of the people, how do you think Steve Cohen's doing?
They're doing great.
That's what they're told.
That's what they're told.
Excuse me. Let me
But-
rephrase.
but
They're
here's
repeating
like
what they've
when-
heard. Let me put it that way. What they heard.
So how are you going to impact and change that narrative though? Because you got to realize that's how Memphis votes, right?
That's not how. That's how America votes. That's how America votes.
Well, I'm talking about Memphis
I
right now.
am well aware of that.
Yeah,
so it's two things. One, I'm going to be the one that's not afraid to have a conversation. I've also been asked the question, well, I thought this person was going to be the next congressman. I thought that person was going to be, well, they scared of Steve Cohen. So if they scared of him, are they going to be having the courage to do what you need them to do? I'm stepping up now because the job needs to be fixed now.
Facts.
But the point is, you're gonna see my face a whole bunch of places before this campaign is over with. Ain't nobody not gonna know who Corey Strong is.
Let me ask you this.
Listen.
Okay.
Now when you see my name pop up somewhere you ain't mean to see it, I was like, that Negro told me.
It was like Lil Corey out there. Lil Corey out there.
I seen Lil Corey sign. She gonna text me, hey, Lil Corey, I seen your sign.
Me and Isaac, we were involved in that race when Steve Cohen won, and we know how he won.
I'm aware.
Yep.
Because it's 12 of us. When I say us, black people got in the race, watered down.
Yep.
Steve
I'm
Cohen
so tired of us.
just walked in.
Yep.
How are you going to combat that? Because you're not going to be the only brother in.
So right now we're sitting.
I think you need to have a meeting.
But no, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. What I'm saying, these other folks scared. I don't have to have a meeting. They scared to get in the race in the first place.
Oh, okay.
So the filing deadline is a week from Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So they got to turn their petition.
You two?
There's two other people in the race. Someone who always put her name on the ballot, but she don't get no votes.
Yes, I know who.
And somebody that always puts his name on the race, and he get 2 votes.
Yeah.
So the point is,
It's the shade for me.
I'm giving you
actual stats. Am I lying to you?
They come to my church and they get up there and they
say the same shit.
And they don't have
print
any
over the same
plans.
sign. They use the same sign and put another name on the top of it and just tape on top of it, which demonstrates they're not really trying to run, right? So the point is, it's gonna be me and him. It's going to be me and him.
Okay.
And so at that point, you get to make an actual decision, and you're going to have someone that's not going to be saying, I'm just a black person, although representation does matter.
It does matter.
He's not doing a good job. And if you want to see these kids get off the street, if you want to see this to happen, you're going to have someone that wants to invest in this community, period.
Period. I'm here for it.
I you know what? And that was the
I
conversation.
like the thought.
No,
I like the thought process.
That was
And
the
I think
conversation we
sometimes-
had.
Oh,
That
you
was
was
the
talking to
conversation
him?
we had.
Yeah.
You was talking to Faith?
That was the conversation we had.
Hey, Kimberly,
I tell you what, man.
Kimberly, she has mastered the shade. She has mastered the shade.
It was Fabian you were talking to.
I want to make sure you are clear.
We were talking about that. We were
You
talking
call
about
another
that.
person's name if you want to.
We were talking about that, and I was like, I said, all right, man. All this sounds great.
It does.
How are you going to reach the people? You can reach me because
Right.
I understand
'Cause
what he's
we're
saying.
here.
I understand what he's saying. But there's a lot of people that's not us.
Right.
That don't even vote.
That that do vote, and they really say some and do some really dumb stuff.
No. But those people, at least they are voting. I'm talking about this whole generation.
I feel like you need to create a whole nother voting block.
They don't even vote. No, you don't. You gotta engage them, and I think you're gonna engage them, and then show them that there's another choice, there's another option, and that if I'm elected, I'm gonna fight for y'all. I'm under the impression if you look like me, I would hope you got my back. I'm not saying that Steve Cohen doesn't, but
And it's some all skin folk can't camp. But here's what I would say though.
You are shaded.
We have talked about like the negative stuff, but I also want to say this. I think Memphis is a global city. To our point, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is legitimately
Saying what?
Memphis is a global city. You might not know this. Memphis is mentioned in more recorded music. The city of Memphis is mentioned more than any other city name in the world in recorded music. That's like we are legitimately a global city. Our number one export, as your mayor told you, is our culture, right? Our food, our music, our culture. Like we are global for real. The whole point is to actually start
Believing it? Or
not
doing
only
it?
believing it, but we didn't outgrew the clothes we in right now.
Right.
Right? I think we got one of the baddest
We outgrew them
workforces.
probably in 2000.
That part.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is you have to have someone that actually tells young folks that like, yo, I see you as a part of this. We cannot get here without you to actually give someone an actual purpose, right?
Okay, Barack.
we not talking about this, and this is, and I'm gonna get scripture on you. I'm gonna go biblical for you people.
Take it down.
Do what you
Listen,
gotta do.
okay.
Do what you gotta do, man.
So my uncle gave this to me when I ran. When I was talking to him at the beginning of this campaign, he said something to me, and I was like, "Hey, I ain't been to Sunday school in a while. Was that a scripture you just said?" He was like, "Yeah, it was Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, for a hope and a future." Barack Obama was hope, but you can't feel and touch hope. A future is a place. It's got a destination. It's got an address. We need to give these kids something tangible. I'm not just asking you to do an after-school program and hope you figure out a job. I need you to be a part of the future of this place. We are building something. Memphis has something to contribute to this world, and the number one resource this city has is not a river, it's not a location, it's not weather, it's the people of this city, right? And it's such a resource that Haywood County is building Blue Oval City based off of our stuff. That Mississippi has grown based off of our number one resource. So Arkansas is doing the same thing.
But how do you turn that around? That is such a everybody.
Well, but see, I sat in on this music commission. They had this big meeting. They had all these.
We
people,
meet a lot.
The people need something that they feel like it's going, like he said,
Really
hope.
work for
And,
Memphis,
the one thing that the orange guy said that I could agree with is that hope is not a plan. It is not. Hope
it's
is not a plan.
It's a start, but it ain't
a plan. That is not
You
a plan.
can't pay shit with hope.
Yeah, I hope I get this check. I hope the mailman. I mean, that's not a plan.
And so actually going after tangible resources in 10 years, what is Memphis going to be? Memphis in 10 years, this 9th district in 10 years will have something definable that we contribute to the world that we are known for. We're going to contribute something tangible. We are no longer be known as the city that moves something that was made somewhere else. We are going to have something to contribute to the world that we can define it. And the people, the students, the young adults, the people in the community are going to be the ones that do this. You go back to your parents and folks. What did Fraser, North Memphis look like when International Harvesters was here? When Firestone was here? When we were making something, our communities looked different. We have to get back to a place that we contribute something. And so we can't keep talking around crime and poverty and then you keep moving these boxes for other people down at the hub, right?
Yeah, because one of the best quotes I've heard. No, one of the best quotes I heard. It takes no education to move a box from one side of a fucking facility
it was not,
to the other
it was
side.
never, to me, I never thought it was intended for long term. I remember when it first came, it was really for college students and a way to have
now
an
people
income.
making them. Now people making
that's
that
your
as
job,
that's your
job.
yeah. That's your career.
No,
that's
I'm
your
not saying
career.
that's your career.
That's your
but
career.
That's not the way it was.
That's not a career.
That's a
the
job.
point.
That's a job.
Exactly.
But
that's not a career.
they want it to be a career though,
and that's
what they want it to be. They want it to be a career.
But also because I think Memphis short sells itself all
absolutely.
the time.
Not with me.
Well,
not with me.
okay, so
no. What I'm saying is, when I go, it ain't gonna be short sold with me. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
but hold on, Kimberly. Hold that. We're gonna take a quick break. I need to refresh my drink.
You don't need nothing else to drink.
Yes, I do. Smoke fam. We'll be right back.
Man, that was. All right, y'all, welcome back. Believe it or not, we was on a long break.
That was a long
We
break.
was on
Corey
a
got
long
the
break
info.
yeah, Corey got all the doggone information.
I like people that come with the facts.
Corey
Yeah.
going strong.
He said, "Don't believe me. Look at the numbers."
He
Hey,
did say that. And
you know what? One of my
That's
favorite quotes
true.
was from Jay-Z. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Numbers don't.
Yep.
Period.
And notice I'm not going to tell you the numbers. I'm going to tell you before I even start talking, here's where you can go find this information.
There you go.
Right? Like,
So
I want
ain't
you to
gotta
go look
trust-
at it for yourself.
Don't trust
people ain't
Corey.
gonna
Go
do
look for yourself.
You might
But,
have to tell them no.
like we were talking, Corey, when we met, that's the problem. People don't want to do any research.
No, and I think, we have our methods that we get our information, whoever you go to church with, whoever's in your neighborhood, you listen to those folks. But at the end of the day, it's my responsibility as an elected, as a leader, right?
Yeah.
To give people the information to make sure they know what they're doing and what they're looking through. And I'm supposed to set the table, right? Like that's my job. Like if you elect me, I'm supposed to set the table for you.
You supposed to know
make
what
it easy
you supposed
for
to know
you.
what the
Now
exactly.
you were saying you ran before. What
Yep.
did you run for Congress before? Also?
I ran same position.
thing? Same.
Back in 2019, 2020. And so learned a lot from that particular race. But at the end of the day, and I'll be honest, like people, we talk about men and mental health, like 2020 did a number on me, right? And it took me a while to kind of recognize that, when the pandemic hit, I'm on the verge of we're going to knock on door. We're getting ready to go and get out into the field, and then everything kind of shut down. And so it felt like it was a lost
don't come to
opportunity.
my damn door.
Right, because I ain't gonna answer, but that's fair. That's fair.
No, absolutely, right. And so you kind of looking at there like I got to finish a race at home with every, you know what I mean? Like that was just a tough place to be in.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like you keep looking up and you don't see anything changing. And so it forced me, like, if you're gonna go do this again, make sure you know that you're prepared to do it again. And so I went back, did the research, looked at the stuff, and when what's meant for you is meant for you, right?
Facts. I
and
believe
so
in that
when timing is everything, and I believe that has always been the case in my life. And so my campaign manager sitting out here, he just went and ran off and won
telling you what to do.
2 or 3 more races.
No, he's doing his job.
Doing his
Exactly.
job.
That's
He
what
ain't
his
telling
job.
he's doing his job.
Yeah.
He over here making sure everything is co-po.
Yeah,
You know what?
He covers it all.
I remember when we listened to the Club Shay Shay video when Cat was throwing out some numbers. You can hear somebody in the back. We just want to make sure the numbers that you just said, is that what you meant to say?
Right.
So he's doing his job.
No, that's exactly what it's supposed to do.
And
Shut
you
your
need
campaign
those guys.
manager out.
Shout out DJ
You
Jeffries.
need those guys.
DJ
that's
Jeffries.
gonna-
Yeah.
I think he had. There's no shade. I mean, I'm gonna say this preemptively. I think he had stroll practice last night. So I know he's doing all his 8x8 thing. They're getting ready for
He had what?
They stroll practice.
okay.
Right when they do their dances.
Don't ask us.
What's fraternity
Which
he belong
fraternity?
to?
You 8x8, right? 8x8, yeah.
Oh, he
yeah,
said
black and gold.
8x8.
The black and gold. Yeah,
You know,
much respect.
I knew that.
Much
I'm
respect.
gonna tell you why.
Why?
I've seen him out before.
Yeah.
And the fact that him and Randy didn't immediately bond.
Yeah, they didn't bond.
See, Randy is a
Randy
Kappa.
Right.
So,
They didn't really slap it up.
see, everybody that usually comes in
That's
is
one
a
of them.
Kappa, and we see him over there doing the
The
secret handshake. But I didn't see that, so I felt
In
like
the corner.
and I didn't see him as a cue.
And
So
he
I,
didn't, cause Randy, he know everybody. And
So he
everybody
knew-
that's a Kappa.
Everybody that's a Kappa.
No. He know
he know a lot of people.
He know everybody. He know everybody. So he he size my what's up, man? Yeah. I'm just in the
I
chat.
need to talk to Randy.
So speaking of numbers, I Googled. I said, what is the average income in Nashville? So the median income in Nashville is $67,000.
Yep. Right.
You want to guess what Memphis is?
Half of that.
It's not. It's about 40, but still,
That's still-
$20,000 less. I mean, come on.
And
And Nashville was nothing. I remember when it was nothing.
when
it was just-
they
no.
just talk good about it.
But I'm just saying, just think. No, you can't say that because
Yeah, I
if
can't
you're
say that.
if you're getting Oracle to move their headquarters to Nashville, and then you built a whole work-life play around that, which is how most people want to live. They want to be able to go to work, have a work-life balance. Nobody wants to do an 8 to 5 all day long.
But
every day.
other thing I'm gonna tell you about this. I was in a chamber meeting and I said, Memphis is something wrong because you know how many Fortune 500 companies are in Memphis, Tennessee?
Well,
A lot.
I invite you to drive.
lot.
I invite you to drive from 201 Poplar to Germantown, and you will see the shift. Once you get to Poplar and Highland,
but that's Memphis. You go 2 blocks
That's
over
anywhere.
Memphis is-
anywhere.
but that's indicative of the whole city.
But what I'm saying, you got AutoZone, you got International Paper, you got FedEx, you got Nike. Nike's not headquartered here, but it might as well be because they got 7 distribution centers. 7. And 4 of them
distribution-
people don't even know about.
But you saying distribution centers?
So it
I'm
won't get
saying
broken
that
into.
I'm saying that they are bringing a major player to their city. That is nothing to
I know
play
that
about.
they
A major
are. They
technology.
So let me ask you this question. You said Fortune 500.
yeah.
You said we got 4 or 5 Fortune 500 companies. We do. Like we're a major city.
We're a
That's gonna
major
happen.
city.
Right. So let me ask you this question. Right. What does Memphis provide to the world economically? Can you answer that question?
we said
distribution.
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 'Cause that's how the city sells itself.
What Memphis offers to the world is moving other people's stuff.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying, distribution.
That we can go
No.
out. That we
Listen,
can reach.
no,
we
I-
can touch 5
see-
states or
I-
something.
yeah.
But
I can't
understand
remember
that.
it.
But I agree with you.
Yeah.
But what we are selling, but that makes Memphis great, where you want to be here, is
No.
we're really good at
It's
moving stuff that
distributing
other
your
people
shit.
made.
Moving your shit.
Wait, I'm sorry. We good at pushing boxes.
Pushing boxes.
But
and because a lot of people don't know, for a long time, Louis Vuitton had
Oh yeah.
a distribution center here.
Yep. They did.
And because they never got hit, that's why nobody knew about it.
Right until they got hit.
No, they didn't get hit. They left before they got hit.
They was like, because it was a lot of stuff stealing going on over. I remember that.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton had a distribution center here for a long time, and nobody knew. And
nobody ever knew
because I was out having a drink with somebody, and she's like, "Oh, I work at the Louis Vuitton distribution center." Like, what?
I only know because I ordered one and it ended up coming in 2 days. I was like, where the hell did it come from?
But to that point though, like I
feel like the city needs to sell itself another way.
We need to commit to something. So here's
something else. I'm not saying can it be
no.
If
you look at economists right now, I'm going to name you 4 or 5. But if you look at economists right now, they will tell you, any economist worth their salt, that the growth of the U.S. economy will happen in the South. The chamber's starting to talk about the growth of manufacturing in the Southeast United States. People move to Austin, Nashville because it's more affordable, kind of wide open with different states, right?
Yeah,
all that. Yeah. So, but the point is when they talk about that growth, they are talking about Austin. They're talking about Nashville. They're talking about Charlotte. They're talking about Atlanta. They're starting to talk about Birmingham and they young black men and the
motherfuckers. Wait a minute,
but they're not talking about Memphis.
Right.
That's a problem for me, right? That's a problem because I think we better than any of them. Right.
Let me ask you this, Corey. Let me ask you this. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's always someone holding a state down or city down.
Sure. Or 5 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
The big
is
5.
These people that's holding Memphis down?
What's the name? The people. What's his name? Oh.
No.
I'm gonna flip it back on you.
Yeah.
I think there's some people that have a vested interest in Memphis staying like it is. I think
you
that's
just
true.
won my vote.
I think that's true, but I'm gonna flip this. I had a great probably 30 people at a household. Shout out to my cousin William and his friend Jeremiah did something for me on Sunday. So we got a lot of voters here. Somebody asked me a question. They said, "What has Steve Cohen been doing?" And so I'm gonna answer your question by how I answer this question. What Steve Cohen does is the reason he doesn't do anything to help grow this place, the reason he doesn't bring us anything is because we don't ask him for anything. What have we asked him for?
Can I take my mic and drop it? Because that's it.
What have we asked him for? And so think about this in Congress. You got this dude who say he votes like black women, eat fried chicken on the news, thinks that driving a box Chevy means he black, he from Memphis. That's what he does, and we've let him get away with that. I've never been okay with that, but you let the folks say, people of a certain age, I got it. But here's what I'm saying. What does it look like? You show up to Congress. There's a bunch of money out there. Every one of those bills he votes on has money in it. Money that's not coming to our district. All of those Congress people are competing for those funds. They all want it to come to their different district, right?
Facts.
So wouldn't it be nice to have a dude who's from a major metropolitan area that is, we talked about millennials and Gen Z, that could have some motion. They got a little motion in Memphis. They could have something, but he never asked me for anything. He'll sign on to my bill. He not looking for money. He not asking for anything. He not jockeying for position. So he's well liked. We don't ask him for anything. He don't ask colleagues for anything. So he just chilling, right? So at the end of the day, I'm going to put it back to the people in this community. What do you want? Do you want Memphis to be on the map?
Yes.
Do you want actual industry? Do you want your kids to come up in school and know where there's a decent job for them?
Yes.
Do you want people to be like, man, Memphis is on, I want to be there? If the answer to all those questions is yes, as she has said, then you need to put somebody there who is going there with that purpose.
And I to your point, I think we started with Paul, because Paul, Mayor Young, that's the same. You guys are saying kind of the same thing. He wants to position Memphis as a major city, not how we are.
Like it's a town.
So here's a question for you.
He's got a job, but I have a job.
I understand.
Too.
So here's a question for you. What do you need? What do you need for the people that are listening to do to help get you elected?
I appreciate it. It's a great segue. So my campaign manager's like, why don't you do this yourself, right? Yeah, he's like, Corey, we're going to go back in the car.
That's what we're here for.
He going to be in the car and slap me around a little bit. No, please go follow us on social media. All of our tags are Corey, Corey, the number 4 Congress, Corey for Congress. Go follow us on our social media platform. My website is corey4congress.com.
That's easy.
So Corey, Corey, the number 4 Congress.com. So everything social media websites.
Corey,
the
number 4
Congress. Corey4Congress.com.
Okay.
All our social media platforms are the same. Follow us there. We're going to continue to start putting out information and educating people about what's going on here. Share it with your friends. There's also an opportunity on our website to sign up to volunteer and to drop us something in there to say, hey, here's what I think. come talk to my community, come talk to my church. I need the opportunity to tell people, because I've not gone into a room yet and told people this information, and they was like, well, I'm still voting for him. They were like, you know what? I like you. Hey, come talk to my church. Come talk to my friends. I just need people to help us spread the message. We're going to raise our money and obviously donate to the campaign. We always need the money. You know what I'm saying?
Always got to do that.
But at the end of the day, like, we need to get our message. That money is to get our message out to people so they understand that they should expect more. They should want more.
Because
and there's somebody that wants to serve. Please ask me. Please put me to work. My parents grew up in Tipton County picking cotton with their hands, right? So we had a work ethic. I'm ready to go to work, because if you can get up every day knowing to work and look back at your district and you saw that it changed, I would say this. The most proud day that I had was when at some point during COVID, I saw a unified effort by all of our county elected officials to come together to make sure they could take care of their community. That was in 2020. I know that when I took the office of Democratic Party chair in 2017, I did it because I wanted to see a change in my community. And we had the first sweep of countywide offices. So I looked up in 2020 and I saw different governance in the area that I live in because I showed up and did something. Something I did had an impact. So when you get up every day and you see your community change because of the work that you have done, not passing the bill, not doing a backpack drive, but actually cats got a little more cheese in their pocket. Like they moving different. I don't want to just backpack drive for the kids. That's cute and everything, but I want people to move different. So please send somebody to Congress that wants to do that. So follow us on our social media, share the message that we put out, donate. And if you have an opportunity, the email address, the phone numbers are info@CoreyForCongress.com. If there's somewhere for me to be, I'll follow the direction. I will show up and share this message with people.
Oh, wow.
Let me ask you this.
I think one of the
Corey,
biggest... I might volunteer, and I don't come outside.
Well, and you know, I was thinking,
you want to do a virtual phone bank? Just do a phone bank in the house.
I was thinking, and you know, and I'll bounce it off Fabian. I was thinking if we had something here, we can invite our friends, the folks, and just have something here. You know, because
I know two people.
You got to see downstairs. Downstairs is this right here is cool, but you go downstairs. You go downstairs and you see the presentation. We can probably sit about 50 people.
Yeah,
we invite about 50 people.
And then we got the deck outside.
Yeah, and then and if it's a nice day, to Fabian's point, we can sit outside and we can do it.
We just want people to meet you.
I'm gonna hit you with one more because I want y'all to hear about this. When you start talking about what your people do, right? You see this. The traffic that's going across the bridge, right? I'm gonna hit you. I'm
toll on that bitch.
Please tell me you finna get some money.
I've prepared myself for this, so I want y'all to know I'm prepared. I ain't up here just talking to you. I'm prepared for this. So traffic going across the bridge, right? So there's a major grant program that is designed for major projects on bridges and interstates throughout the country. It's called a mega grant program, the Department of Transportation. Your current congressman is a senior ranking member on that transportation committee.
On the bridge committee?
On the committee for transportation, the people that give out money for this. So they're asking you to, hey, please put a grant for us to put a bridge, for bridges and other projects, right? So if you go back and look at it, and we'll put our ad out about this later this week, we're going to start talking about this. There's an opportunity. They just put out who got the grants in 23 and 24, infrastructure grants for bridges and major projects, right? You can see not only who got the grants
and who did,
but who applied for the grants. And we'll tell you what the grade was on the grants. So we had an issue with the bridge in 2022. They shut it down. So you would think maybe we need to fix the bridge, right?
We need to be on the list.
We would have applied for it.
We don't want to be Baltimore.
Did we apply that part right there? Did we apply for a bridge?
So
no.
No. Okay, so and I sat in a meeting at the chamber when Buttigieg came. Did his little dog and pony show.
It's so shady.
That's what it was. Buttigieg. He came. I was sitting right there, and he came. We also had the mayor from West Memphis over here. We had, of course, our mayor. And essentially, it was lip service because nothing. I mean, we got it back open.
But here's what I'm saying though. Post that was in 2022. So in 2022, submit a grant that's being awarded.
But that's what I'm saying. They talked about that they were going to do it,
but it never happened.
We never submitted a grant for it.
So yeah,
we didn't even apply for it. You know, we applied for some on Airways and 240.
And they
not asking for nothing.
They got the money for Lamar. They got the money for.
Basically, what he's saying, we ain't even apply for the money.
His point is that we assume
that stuff's getting taken care of.
Things are getting taken care of.
But he on the committee and then didn't ask for the money on top of that.
You are a senior ranking Democrat on the committee, and you haven't asked for something that you know we need.
Yep. I get it. Now, I absolutely
Now
get it.
let me ask you this. This is the last political question I'm gonna ask.
Because I got another question after that.
Don't be doing Corey like that.
I
got a cigar question.
There's one particular.
This is the smoke.
To me, that is one particular facet of people that really don't vote, and that's millennials. How are you going to reach millennials?
Well, first of all, we are living in the social media world where they are.
Yes.
So I'm very active on Instagram and TikTok. You have to go where people are. So when my grandma was a district missionary, you got to go where you can't be at church and you got to go to where they are, right? And so they're on the social media platforms, right? So they have some ideas for how they're going to put me out on TikTok. I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them.
You need
I'm
to
do some.
You better.
But I think we will take a message where they can digest it. We're gonna follow. Like if you look at everything that's going on in Israel,
long.
No, but I want to do it in a way that is like true to the platform, right? Like and present information in ways that people are perceiving, right? Look at what's going on in Israel and Gaza, like. TikTok has really been a way to inform people, and so we're gonna want to kind of live in that space. But I think the other piece is like I'm talking to people. I want a future here. If you talk about something people want to hear about, they'll follow you. They'll listen to you, right? Like I think that's the space I'm living in. And I mean, I think there's other politicians who've done that, and so I'm trying to follow that to some degree. But at the end of the day, if you're talking about putting bread in people's pockets and not just throwing money away, but giving them a purpose, I think people will pick up that message and be like, all right, he ain't trying to give it to me. He's trying to make me a part of something. And that's where I want to live.
I agree with that.
So now, back to the Smoke Podcast,
Yes.
which is why we're here. So I did pick up on the fact that you said you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite? What's your go-to cigar?
I am a Davidoff guy. I'm a Davidoff. I love Davidoffs. Yeah, man.
There you
I'm a
go,
Davidoff
baby.
guy.
That's what it was. A Davidoff.
Davidoff,
Is that you? Is that you?
Yeah.
No, I
Davidoff
love a
guy.
good Davidoff,
Davidoff guy.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm in a tax free somewhere, I'm picking it up.
We didn't have a budget for this show. For Davidoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a budget for Davidoff.
Hey, you coming in from
personal. That's
overseas?
some personal
Hey, pick
stuff
up
right
that tax free for me real quick.
That's terrible.
So, hey, talk about the cigar. I think it's pretty good.
This is a good
Yeah.
one.
So this Plasencia, I guess I pronounced it correctly.
You did
Wait a minute, what you say?
Plasencia.
Plasencia.
Okay, you pronounced all the
151. Flavor and body strength. It says it's a medium to full body. Nice balanced smoking experience. And it says popping off of his other brands. He says he finds his smoke to be a little drier and a little rougher profile. Black pepper lingers on the palate, and have you ever retrohaled before? You know what retrohaling is? It's where you
gonna die.
Yeah, we
Don't do it.
So we had this guy Jedediah. He the name. He's one of God's other people, children anyway. But Jedediah was a cool guy.
But a child of God. Everything but a child of God.
Everything is relevant. So yes. Anyway, he did this retrohaling where he took the cigar. He somehow inhales it and
blew it out of his
blows
nose.
it back out of his nose.
And he
so we tried to do it and almost damn near
We almost
died.
had to call 911.
Hey, you got right here.
They all almost
They
died.
got right here and stayed.
So
And
what
this
I would
one-
tell
and this
you
one
is that
says
is
the
not my
retrohale.
ministry.
The
Right, it ain't
retrohale-
nobody ministry to die.
Yeah, it said the retrohale is dominated by pepper. Why would you want to inhale some damn pepper? So
Well, y'all tried it.
Hey, you gonna try everything once.
I don't know why. I was looking at y'all like, no, not today.
It's got a
Ain't
nice
gonna
little
do it.
medium though.
Yeah,
It's
so it
medium. I
says
like
it-
it.
it says it's a very good.
And I appreciate Rick brought these too.
Oh, thank you,
Rick
Rick.
brought the Eagle Rare and the smoke.
You should have kept the Eagle Rare.
Oh shoot,
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good.
Not the Eagle Rare.
Rick! I know you don't have your headphones on, but we clapping for you, brother.
That part.
We clapping for you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, we gonna get somebody to smoke. You
Of
say you
course.
had somebody you want to get to smoke.
I don't feel like giving nobody.
He done run out.
No, I didn't. I mean, I got plenty of folks I can get a smoke to.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened? Tell us what happened, because I'm sure it's something
I'm sure it's something that happened. You went to the store and somebody, what happened?
No, nothing. That's
You
why I
went and
said
had some
I don't
sweet
necessarily
coffee.
want to get a smoke to anybody today. I think I want to encourage people to again to get out and vote. I mean,
Check out Corey for Congress.
August 1st. This election's August
Yeah,
1st. It's
this
not
is
November.
important.
It's August 1st.
August 1st. You need to say that.
August 1st. No, I'm saying right now. August 1st is the primary. Early vote starts on the 12th of July.
Mm-hmm.
So this is coming up soon. if this, we know what the vote turnout's going to be. If it increases, that's because we got people to show up, and so we're trying to get that.
And you know what?
Numbers
Kimberly
up.
said she was willing to. Did you hear her say she wanted to volunteer?
I'm gonna make it real
I'm gonna tell
easy
you
for
what.
her.
No, I
already know.
I got a perfect.
I ain't trying to come outside.
Hold a sign up.
Nah, he gonna do that.
This side up.
He gonna do
And she
better.
made some real good cupcakes.
Hey, she had that face all made up.
He gonna do better with me calling people. Hey, he gonna do better with me calling people on the phone.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I think Kimberly can get a vote or two. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think she can get
Use
a couple
your strong
votes.
suit.
So let me ask you this, since you said that, how many votes you think it's going to take to win this race? Because I predicted it was going to take 25,000 votes to win the mayor election.
I think it's somewhere between 35 and 40. It's somewhere in there. I think. But the difference between this race and that one, he's at 25 because he knew there was 4 candidates and they were all around 20,000.
Okay.
This is going to be a two-way split, right? So we think roughly 70,000 people show up. I would love 80,000 because I know the other 10 is mine, right? And so, but I think we're in that somewhere 35 to 40 range, and I think when you start peeling the onion back that way, we know where to get those. I think we're active in some communities that like they say they ain't seen Cohen in a minute. And so we're gonna take care of business.
Oh, he gonna be limping around. I mean, I'm sorry. Ooh, I ain't mean to say that.
Damn.
I mean, he is gonna be out around the city trying to convince y'all that he still needs the job. And this is my challenge to everybody. Take one person with you to the polls.
Yes.
Find somebody and say, "Come on, dog, ride with me. Let's go."
First,
You gotta make sure you signed up.
Yeah,
You gotta make sure you can vote.
Fill it up.
Voting is a team sport.
It really is.
Voting is a team sport. Yeah.
Well, Corey, man, we appreciate you
Thank you.
blessing us
Very
here.
enlightening.
No. This is love, man. This is
really appreciate
absolutely love. And also, can I ask this question real
Go
talk?
ahead.
I don't want this. We're gonna go win this thing. I want to be back here as your congressman. I want to continue to have this conversation.
Say less.
I want to
Say
continue
less.
to talk. Like this is really why I want to be able to to rap and pick
So
it
let
up.
us know what's going on.
Particularly if Rick bringing cigars, I'm gonna definitely be back.
That's the only reason why I came today.
That's why you came today, Kimberly.
That's it.
Tell them how they find us.
Hey, y'all can find us on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. And then check it out. You can watch this whole video.
On
YouTube
On
next
YouTube.
week.
Yes.
Next week.
Absolutely, it's gonna drop, and I guarantee you.
But this episode drops this Friday, right?
This episode on just audio drops Friday,
Okay.
and then the
Video
drops next week.
Yeah.
And trust me, we're gonna put it out there. Listen, this
And
is
go show Corey for Congress
the Smoke
some love.
Podcast is our page. We can promote it however we want to. We can put whatever we want to on it. So y'all gonna get tired of us promoting our brother right here. I can guarantee
I
that.
appreciate it.
That'll
I
be
really
okay.
appreciate it. Yeah. Appreciate
That'll
you
be
guys.
okay.
Yeah.
Y'all know we don't do foolishness. Well,
Yeah, we do a lot.
we do, but then we don't.
We're gonna blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah. Circle back around to our Instagram page.
All right, Smoke fam. Until we smoke again, we will holla.
I appreciate you.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.